Yeah, I'll always be a metalhead. Nothing can take that away from me.
Right.
I mean, not jail, not people, not religion, not anything. I'll always be a metalhead, 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 all right.
You're listening to the Great Metal Debate Podcast.
Welcome, metalheads, to another great metal debate review. It's Xander again, and today I'll be talking about the new album by Introtyl called Adfectus. Those of you not familiar, Introtyl is an all-female brutal death metal band from Mexico City, Mexico. Their debut album, titled Creation of Insanity, came out in 2018. Now the kick-ass metal maidens are back with a sick new record, which was released on April 29th. To me, Introtyl is the perfect aggressive music to work out to. The sound of raping your ear alone is enough to kick your adrenaline into high gear. So put your headband on and fire up that treadmill because we're about to run a full sprint. As always, I'll be listening to songs track by track and describing everything about it with spoilers ahead. Abyss begins with about 5 seconds worth of ominous sounding whispering before dive-bombing straight into a headbang inducing chug riff. On guitars, we have a lady who seems to have 3 different names according to the Metal Archives. For the sake of me not butchering her full name, I'll just refer to her as her nickname, Sara. Her work on the entirety of this record might be somewhat formulaic for the particular playing style, yet it's simple and effective. I'm going to go ahead and get my slight critiques out of the way before giving this album its well-deserved praise. Many metalheads out there will oftentimes complain about the bass not being audible enough. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get an overabundance of it. It's not really the fault of the bassist, Rose Contreras. It's more the simple mistake of whoever the studio engineer is for turning the bass up way too high. It's somewhat overpowering, but at the same time, not so much that it washes out the guitars, drums, or vocals. The song Under My Skin gives us an earworm, catchy guitar riff that will get stuck in your head for sure. If you're not slowly nodding your head to this slow, grinding guitar riff, then you're probably not even a real metalhead. The next song, titled Fear, picks up a little in the speed as the drums are noticeably faster. Annie Ramirez shows off her skills on the entire drum kit. Sure, she can play the double bass kick drums and snare very quickly, but she isn't exclusive to those, like most other brutal death metal drummers. However, Annie does seem to shy away from her cymbals, though. She does use them occasionally, but they're not very audible in the sound mixing when they are heard. Other than that, she has more than displayed her percussion capabilities. Inner War was the first single that the band put out for this new album, but the music video was uploaded over a year ago. Maybe it was originally just a single, then they decided to put it on the next full length. When you first start the song, it feels like you're just immediately thrown into the middle of the song. There is no soft build-up or calm beginning. It's a relentless track from front to back. Are you having a bad day? Are you pissed off? Do you want to strangle kittens? Good, because the next song is the proper background music for such activities. The song is called Anger. It begins with a steady drum beat before picking up the pace and making all who listen to it alone mosh by themselves in the wind. I haven't even mentioned vocalist Carrie Ramos yet. She deserves an award for her vocals that definitely rival those of Malika from the band Abnormality. Something about the sound mix makes the drums seem louder on the next song, The Flame, and it's very clear from the start. The opening snare drum roll really stands out because of it, but it continues throughout the rest of the song. Redemption is the next song, and the sound mixing seems to return to normal. Either the band wanted to emphasize the drums on the previous track specifically, or it was yet another volume mistake in the studio. At the very end of the song, you hear someone taking one deep breath followed by breathing normally to conclude the track. But the album has just one more song up its sleeve, and it's called Zombified. Zombified is the finale, and it's also the one and only track where you can actually hear Carrie Ramos pronounce a word clearly. Any guess as to which word that is? The song isn't repetitious or anything, but you can clearly hear her say the word zombified a couple times from the middle to the end of the song. For me, the biggest issue with the album was definitely the sound mixing. Had it been tweaked a little bit more, I would rate this album higher. So if I were to give it an overall score, I'm going to have to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Be sure to support these ladies by purchasing their music on Bandcamp. Maybe with the money they receive from their fans, they can use those pesos to hire a new studio manager. That way, they can have more superior records in the future.